I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kahalayim, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Quadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Also to the hopeful elect men who on the highways and the byways preaching His truth week in and week out, day in and day out. To the remnant men, women, and children that's coming to this truth in this lateral end. We are the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negroes, so-called Native Americans, so-called Hispanics, and the speckled bird. So you are who your Father is. Also to our Father which art in heaven, His name is Yahweh, which means He exists, by Hashem, in the name of Yahweh Shai is our Savior and our Deliverer, which the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. His real name is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and we waiting on Yahweh to give Yahweh Shai that green light so that He can save us and deliver us as His name is. Baba Kasha, Shlaki, to the Holy Spirit, to the Rakak Quadash, will give us that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to do this, these epistles, the water to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Baba Kasha, Quatazaya Wambabal, Quatazaya Wambabal, Quatazaya Wambabal, for the elect's sake, shortened days for the elect's sake, and I always say the Rak Yada Yasha, our Rock. In all thy ways, acknowledge Yahweh, by Yahweh Shai, and He should direct that path. Come with you with another lesson. I'm out here, in the park, just, being on your own, man, being alone. And I was just coming up with this lesson. I was speaking to my brother Kwam yesterday about the light. And, through the Spirit, I came up with this lesson. The light of man is what is needed from the darkness to come. I'm going to read it one more time, two more times. The light of man is what is needed from the darkness is to come. I'm going to read it one more time for understanding. The light of man is what is needed from the darkness that is to come. And he and I were just going over some things, and I was kind of giving him an analogy. You could be in a room and it's complete darkness, but if you just got one candlestick or one candle, that light is enough to see and feel and touch. And we understand the light of the book of life is wisdom. And that's the reason why we ask, as men of the Lord, ask the Most High to increase us. We always go to the James chapter 1, verse 5, and ask the Most High for wisdom. Because, in this world, this darkness, you never know what to believe. And I was telling him, when I was growing up, I kind of took, each man word for bond. And, I got let down a lot. Because everything that someone said, I believed it, But when you come into the truth and you begin to grow as a man, you begin to grow into your own, Yahweh Shai had to grow into His own. And now, as us as men, we have to grow into our own, man. So, he and I was going over, the times and a half with this, but this is the lesson of John chapter 11, verse 9, which basically goes into it, but I'm not going to really go into that because we already got a lesson on that. But Yahweh Shai answered, are there not, this is John chapter 11, verse 9, says, Yahweh Shai answered, are there not 12 hours in the day? If any man walk in the day, he stumble not, because he seeth the light of this world. And that's it, man. Like when you see the light, you see the light of the world because it's open. But also, if you don't have the wisdom, you cannot see. I used to tell brothers all the time, like, when you in high-ranking places like corporate America, you don't see that light. You're dimmed down. You don't see what brothers are see. So when you come into this truth, and you see brothers that got this thing, man, you can see it, but it takes a while for you to be built up to be able to see what they saw. You know what I'm saying? It takes a while. You know, and then that light keep on, you know, and that oil keep on growing, and you become, that light gets stronger and stronger and stronger. All right. Verse 10, it says, but if a man walk in the night, he stumbleth, because there is no light in him. Yeah, man, that's why you got to build that light up. You got to build that oil up. Constantly pray to the Most High, because, you know, walking in this truth, you know, it's always challenges, always obstacles that you go through. And you got to learn from each one. You battle each one. You learn from each one. And you be built up by the scriptures, man. You be built up by the scriptures, because the scriptures are the one that leads you through what? That wisdom. We always go in there. I always say that my favorite scriptures, my favorite, lessons are about wisdom, man. Because wisdom is, you know, it's that light, you know. Let me get this real quick. John. And I'm outside, brother, so if you hear any background noise, Shalakia, brother. This is John 3:19. And it reads, and this is a condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. Yeah, man, and you can see that. You can see the wickedness of men start to increase in these times, man. You know, they said that men shall wax old. You know, Shalakia, brothers. I hope you don't hear that in the background. It's a call, but you can see. I thought I put it on Do Not Disturb, but it probably is. But I'm gonna continue though. So you'll see those deeds that's being increased. You know, they're starting to be increased, and you can see it. I mean, my brother Maccabees was speaking about that, man. Speaking about the darkness that's coming upon Babylon, man. It's like that feeling, that eerie feeling, you know, that you see that Esau is bringing, and the other wicked nations who did a tumult against us, man. You can see that their wickedness are pushing further and further and closer to closer, and having people, change, man, within who they really are, man. So that's the reason why you got to keep your mind straight and right, and be studied up, and constantly, increase that oil so that light will continue to stay on, man. I tell myself this. I don't even just like everything that I do, everything that I say, every lesson I do is really about increasing myself too. I always like to increase myself. I always like to be around brothers who have it, more than me, so that I can be increased by their wisdom. All right. Verse 20. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light. Yeah, and you see that, bro. You see that. Neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. Yeah, man. So, when you do something, man, and your light is not being shown, that wisdom, that light will be shown on the darkness, and you must be reproved. No one is exempt from that, man. We all are, is within that parameters, to be reproved. I was once reproved. I continue to be reproved, and I don't mind to be reproved, when I'm in and I'm wrong or walking in the darkness, because I want to be saved through salvation, through the light, through Yahawashi, man. I'm looking at the skies down. I'm like, Lord, the Lord is great, man, and you don't want to be in the hands of the Lord. All right, let's get a quick precept real quick, and then we'll come back to verse 20. Let's go to Ephesians chapter 5, verse 13. And it reads, this, when I read this, it's beautiful, man. It says, but all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be manifest, so it's going to be shown sooner or later that light going to shine on that darkness, man. For whatsoever doeth make manifest is light. Yeah. So you're gonna, you know, whatever what's that old slogan I always say, whatever done in the dark comes to the light. Yeah, it's manifesting that light. You'll be able to see it in due season, due time. But you continue to make that walk, man. Verse 14 said, wherefore he saith, awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light. Yeah, man. And that's what we are. Like most men that come in this truth, every man that come in this truth, we're walking in the dark. We was sleepy. We couldn't see it. But it was what? Hamashiach, man. I'm going to read Ephesians 5:14 again. It said, wherefore he saith, awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light, man. And that's, you know, it's beautiful, man. You know, I mean, we all blessed, bro, you know, in this truth. Like, you know, you want to cry every time Yahweh B'Shem Yahawashi give you more wisdom. And you flee away from evil ways, man. You know, you really do. Like, things that you used to be able to just do, it's harder to do now, because now that wisdom sit within you, that's when you start saying, man, I don't even want to go there. You know, because you knew that at one upon a time that wickedness that you did was a stronghold, man. And then each brother always speak about a stronghold. Like, you know, when I speak to my brother, we always speak about the strongholds that we go through. Because you know, every man has something that they lack before they came in, because that's the reason why we came in this thing, man. So that the Most High can clean us up and give us that light, bro. All right. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. You know, I'm going to read that one more time. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, man. Yeah, because the Most High give you the light. You read it again, Ephesians 5:14. Wherefore he shall awake, thou that sleepeth, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light, man. Yep. Wake us up from this darkness, man. We always speak about the shadow of death, bro. The shadow of death, man. The light of man is what is needed from the dark times to come, man. You know, and I clean that up once I do the lesson title. I change it or whatever. But you know, it's just that light, man. The water Yahweh Shem Yahawashi, man, for this light. You know, for whatever light and oil that I have, I'm most appreciative to the Most High. You know, nothing more and nothing less. You know, I always take whatever the oil is given to me. I try not, you know, whatever the Lord gives me, that's what I do. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna get that real quick. You know, Psalms 131. It says, Lord Yahweh, my heart is not haughty, nor my eyes lofty. Neither do I exercise myself in great matters, or in things too high for me. And I always been that brother. Like, I wait until I can see that I can jump from one step to the other step. You know, once I understand that step, I go to the next step and the next step. And I don't want to be more than what I am. You know, let me be increased by Yahweh B'Shem Yahawashi through the Spirit. So I like to go back to this scripture right here all the time to always make sure that I'm reproved correctly for what I do. I try not to do no more than what I am until I can grasp where I'm at. You know. All right, let me get another precept real quick. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15. I was gonna say could start at 1, but let me see how the Spirit goes. Let me just start at 6. That's why I had in my notes. Start at 6. This is 1 Corinthians 15:6. It says, after that he was seen of above 500 brethren at once, in whom the greater part remain unto this present. But some are falling asleep. Yeah, you know. It says, after that he was seen of James, then of all the apostles, and last of all he was seen of me also, as of one born out of due time. And that's why I always say, in due time you will be exalted. You just wait. You know, it's plenty of time. You'll just wait. You'll wait. You hear a brother talk, you'll wait. And then you will see a leader. He know you. It seems like a spirit, like he knows what you about to say, or not to say, but he know you got something that you want to say. And that time will come in due time. You know, when I first came into truth, you know, I think I was on a live one time, and it was an elder, it was an apostle, I believe. He said, man, you know, I said, what do I do, you know, to really, you know, understand this? And he was like, read and watch videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, I was thrilled that, you know, one of the apostles, you know, spoke in a chat to me. You know, it was beautiful, man, because being around great men and getting wisdom is nothing like it, you know. And then when you get built up to who you are, it's nothing like it, man. All right. So in last of all, he was sin. Read it again. This is 1 Corinthians 15:8. And last of all, he was seen of me also, as of one born out of due time. Yeah, you know. For I am the least of the apostles, that I am not meet to be called an apostle. Like, yeah, you stay humble in this thing, man. You know, because I persecuted the church of the Most High. Yeah, man. And that's what happens. You know, you never know what your background may be in this truth. You know, like mine came from IT. You know, the financial sector. You know, so many different you know, skills that I built up in this world. And it don't be like other brothers, man. You know, at first when I started talking to brothers, I felt like I was like, I wasn't part of the, you know, hopeful elect, because it was, I was seeing them do, they came in, they was rough, man. They was rough around the corner. I was like, man, I came from, like, you know, I was in the suburbs, man. You know what I'm saying? But I was around brothers that was, hey, man, you know, hardcore. You know, didn't take nothing, man. You know, it was then, you know, it was just finally coming to your own and get built up. And the Lord brings different men, different backgrounds into this truth. And all of us can be helped, man. We all be built up into that body. And then when one brother was saying that, man, it was a beautiful thing. When I heard it, you know, from one of the elders. He was speaking like, hey, man, everybody gonna have a different background. Everybody gonna come with something that's different, you know. But all of us really are wise in whatever we do, whether it's construction, whether it's IT, whether it's whatever, man. But the point is, man, the light of man is what is going to be needed. And this is what my point is, this whole video, man. It's just about strengthening, you know, yourself within, you know, your labors, man. You know, so that you can be able to walk and see through the dark. All right, verse 10, and I'm going to get back to John 3. This is verse 10. It says, but by the grace of the Most High, I am what I am. Yeah, it's by the grace by Yahweh Shem Yahushua that we stand where we are. And his grace, which is bestowed upon me, was not in vain, but I labor more abundantly than they all. Yet not I, but the grace of the Most High, which was with me. So, you know, there's brothers that get that grace from the Most High. They get those talents. The Lord gave them a certain amount of talent, and they have it. I don't get jealous of it. I'm really inspired by it. I'm really, you know, I'm amazed of the spirit that the Lord gave them You know, and I always be like, man, hey, that's a beautiful spirit that brother had. You know, and I don't, hey man, I promise you I don't. You know, I really love a man with wisdom, bro. If any man has wisdom, I always wanted to be around. That's why I used to say when I first came in this truth, is that I always wanted to be a man around men with wisdom, so that I can increase myself, so I can sit apart. I can sit within that counsel, man. And the Lord gave me the grace to be able to do that. So these men who do these lessons, I am in a wise counsel of wise men. All right. Let's go back real quick, and then after I finish this off, this will be it. You know, I hope this lesson was edifying to you, brothers. Like I said, we all need each other. We all need this light. You know, this light is precious. This wisdom is precious. You know, like that movie, Lord of the Ring, man. That ring, he would did anything for that ring because it was precious, man. This word is precious. All right, this is John 3:21. It says, but he that doeth true cometh to the light, that his deed may be made manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High. And that's basically, you know, what I was speaking about in 1 Corinthians, 15. You know, because you will come into this thing and it finally will manifest, man. You know, it will finally manifest into the things that the Lord had for you through the Spirit, man. You know, you just increase, like I said, man, step upon step. You know, each step you just get better and better every level. And once you get better with those levels, you're excited because, you know, me and my brother was speaking about it. You know, he was saying that, you know, he had a story. He was speaking of it when he was a kid. You know, yeah, go down the steps, and you know, his father would shut out the lights, and you'll be in the dark. And that's kind of how it is in the truth. You be in the dark until you can really see. You know, you finally see with the lamp and the light that oil that you was being given by the Lord, by the grace of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that you can see. Because once you be able to see, then that means you can move about the room. And if you move about the room, you constantly being able to continue whatever task it is. Like whatever you was looking for, you can see with a little light. You can do a lot. You know, it's kind of how I was telling my brother about Ezekiel chapter 8. I believe it's chapter 8. It was speaking about how Yahweh was giving Ezekiel that vision, you know, between the walls, man, showing the iniquities of it, man. You know, really showing the darkness and stuff, man. It was being seen and shown, man. You know, and that's basically what we do when we get this truth, man. Just more and more light coming to us. And so in this time where we're in now, we must stay in the light, because the darkness is surrounding us, man. If we walking in the light, you know, if we're walking in the darkness and we're light, we can see. And if people grasp after you, then they'll be able to walk with you. You'll be able to be a light, a candle for them, so that they can light there. You know, you could be a leader. You know, because there's a time we come in, you know, we gonna have to lead people, help people get out of a certain situation. You know, who's part of the hopeful elect, man. So like I said, this lesson is the light of man is what is needed from the darkness is to come. You know, I hope you brothers was edified through this lesson. I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Give double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And that's it, brothers. You know, keep working, keep building your oil, because this darkness is coming around us. It's lingering, and it's trying to blow out your light, man. So keep strong, and keep it going. All right, shalom to the hopeful. Shalom.